Before Conchita took the stage in Eurovision,
Yes.
there was DQ.
Yes, many
And
years before.
And I'm glad to have you here. Hi, and welcome to EurovisionFun. Thanks for having a time to talk with us.
Of course, yes. And thank you for having me.
So, you represented Denmark in 2007 with
Yes.
the song Drama Queen in
Yes.
Helsinki.
Yes, here in Helsinki, yes.
Yeah, how does it feel to be back in Helsinki?
Oh, it feels great. I like the people here, and of course, there are a lot of fans from all over Europe and some other places, I guess. So it's always fun to be at these Eurovision parties because there's always this special, tension and special. People are just happy and enjoying themselves, and I love that about Eurovision.
And how does it feel to be a co-host of the Eurovision cruise and also performing?
That was I thought it would be a great idea to try it, and of course I tried to host some things before, but this is big, and it's much fun. And of course I have Madlena with me as a co-host, and she's really good, so I'm the amateur who stands with the cards all the time.
What makes a drag show like a great show in Eurovision or in general?
Ooh, that was a good question and hard to answer. I personally like a drag show where if it's in Eurovision, of course, for me the show, and I know maybe that's not everybody's, but my opinion, the song is first. So I have to like the song first, then the show, and the show has to fit the song. And if those two things like combine, like Conchita, if you take her as an example, it was not a big show in like with dancing, but that would not have fit the song. It was so great that she just stood there and just spelled it out. Yeah, it has to fit the song.
Yeah.
But that makes a great drag show, I think.
And all over the years, we have had some really amazing drag artists.
Yes.
Do you remember, for example, we have Slovenia
Yes, the three stewardesses. Yeah.
in 2002.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Well, I remember them.
Yeah. And also in your year in 2007, we have
Berka Sedutska, yes.
And in 2014, Conchita took the station.
Yes.
She won everything.
Yes,
she got the trophy.
With a very good song.
And now I remember that this year we have Australia.
Yes, yeah. Yes. And again, it's a completely different kind of drag, or as not real drag, but yeah, a way to express yourself. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And also we can include Spain because of the dancers.
Yeah, well, that's not a drag, but, but yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, with the show. Yeah.
So between these artists that I have shown you, what do you think? Like, what for you is the best show,
that's difficult.
And which one would
they're very difficult to compare
points?
Because it's very difficult to compare those five because they're so different. Both the years, and a lot have happened since 2002 with the Slovenian, right?
Yeah.
Until Spain this year, or yeah. So I don't know. That's hard. But I'm gonna be nice to my fellow drag queen in 2007. Say Verka Sedutska 12 point.
What is your favorite LGBT moment in Eurovision?
I really don't know because I have been following the show since 1978. Wow. I was 6 years old. I actually remember watching it on television, or some of it. I don't remember everything from that year, of course, because I was so small. But I've been a fan since late 70s and following it every year since then. And my dream has always been to, of course, compete in Eurovision. So that came true in 2007. But I can really not say what's my favorite because there's been so many great moments in those many years that I have been. Yeah, now you know how old I am, but those many years that I've been following the show.
Oh.
So it's too hard. I can't pick one thing that is the
Oh.
best. I can't.
Okay, or what would be your favorite Eurovision song?
The same
Same
answer, because there are so many different favorite songs that I like. So yeah, I can't really pick one. Sorry.
Yeah, after you participate in Eurovision in 2007,
Yes.
I know because of some previous interviews that it was, well, not everybody was happy with your participation, which is ridiculous. Like, it sounds incredible because it's not long time ago. It's like 17 years ago.
Yeah, 17 years.
So, yeah, some time has passed, but how things have changed
Yeah.
so quickly.
Yeah.
2 years later, it was the first season of RuPaul's
Drag Race, yeah, and that took over the world in like 3 or 4 years, right? Yeah. So,
Yeah, and in general, drag shows and drag art has
Yeah.
become more mainstream.
Yeah, exactly.
So, do you think that right now is it better for artists to perform, or it's actually the opposite? Now it's more competitive and more difficult.
I don't think it's easier or anything, because as you say, it's so competitive, and it's so about, it's not, if you go back to the 80s and even the 90s, maybe even up in the first zeros, it was mostly about the songs. There was not these big it really has become a TV show now, where it's just as much about show and other stuff than it is about the song contest, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
I think it's more difficult to compete now than it was like 20 or 30 years ago.
So thank you so much, DQ, Peter,
You're welcome.
for your time. And I don't know if you want to send a message to the fans in Greece and in general in Europe.
I'd like to say thank you for supporting all the Eurovision artists all the time, and remember, it's just a competition in song. So be nice to each other, and lots of love. Kiss.